Morning, everybody. Sorry this is an hour late. I was a little hour late watching today's episodes. That's right, episodes, plural. Two-parter. I gotta admit, when I saw the plot for today a few months back online, I was a little worried that they were trying to kind of restart the series, putting the focus on Starlight Glimmer and a new set of friends and basically start the cycle all over again. I'm really glad that's not what they did. But what they did do kind of brings up some very interesting questions that fans have been wondering about ever since the series started. Yay, popcorn. That not being what they were wondering about. Every single time there's a disaster, Celestia in particular somehow ends up being rendered impotent. She gets kidnapped. She gets her butt kicked and then gets kidnapped. Gives up all her power, then gets kidnapped again. Are we dealing with Princess Celestia or Princess Toadstool? Come on here. But given the strength of the enemies of Equestria, when they do come barreling in, today's episode kind of brings up an interesting point. Perhaps the problem is not that Celestia is not powerful, or that any of the princesses aren't powerful, but rather the fact that their enemies are specifically targeting them on a regular basis. Every time Twilight and her friends have come and defeated whatever is trampling all over Equestria, the villain doesn't really tend to pay them a whole lot of attention. They always kind of come back and win while the villain's busy gloating. Nightmare Moon, she crushes the elements, thinks, haha, I win! And they literally pull the elements of harmony out of thin air. Well, mostly. Shards on the ground, but Queen Chrysalis gets defeated because while she's gloating, Twilight sends Cadence over to help Shining Armor, and the two of them basically create a giant love bubble shield. Huzzah, everyone wins. Changelings are sent flying. See here. Discord knew what they were bringing at him, and for the longest time did a really good job of keeping them completely nullified. And had figured he had won, and again, Twilight kind of sneaks it in there, snapping her friends out of it. Tirek, gloating, I have all the power, yay, I've won. Tree of Harmony levels a magical whammy at it. So perhaps the issue is not that the princesses are impotent, but rather the fact that everyone who starts winning does so because they plan ahead, they target specific people, and they attack through surprise and stealth. That's how our heroes always win. They don't just go charging in with a magical whammy waving above their heads. We've got the elements of harmony! Whammo! They always hit them while the enemy is gloating and think they've won. That aside, today's episode was really, really good. I mean, Twilight ends up like every other princess in Equestria for once. Something goes wrong, Twilight gets captured. As do the main six. And pretty much anyone and everyone connected to Equestria. The Equestrian royal family. With the exception of Starlight Glimmer. Enemy underestimated Starlight Glimmer. Ends up being her undoing. That's a little overdone, but villains are good at that. But, you know, Starlight spends most of the time just being absolutely terrified of really embracing her real talent. Her real talent isn't magic. Though she has a real talent for magic, we've already shown that lots of ponies have a real talent for magic. Sunset, Twilight, Starlight, Star Swirl. Her talent is leadership, and because of who she was, she is terrified of embracing that in fear of screwing it up again. So the entire episode ends up being all about her embracing that, not even just embracing it, but at least embracing the fact that sometimes it needs to be done. There's our adult lesson in that. You know, sometimes things just need to be done, whether we like it or not, whether it terrifies us or not, it's just gotta be done. Yes, this is me being thoughtful and wanting to eat the popcorn. Must eat the popcorn. I love the ending, though. I always wondered what would happen if Discord decided to be friends with the pony other than Fluttershy. And it is glorious. In typical Discord/Q fashion, Discord decides to become friends with Trixie. And scares the living daylights out of her. She gives him a "when pigs fly" answer to an offer of help. So he made a flying pig and put her on it and sent it flying. And then went charging after her on his own flying pig. Everybody loves Fluttercourt. Heaven help Equestria if there was ever Pinky Cord. The two most powerful chaotic beings in the entirety of Equestria. Heaven help all that is sane. Have fun, everyone.